dang, that sounds pretty close. I'm actually surprised at how close that sounds. And I've learned from my past mistakes. In the past, I've done a sound like video and people ask me, like, what do you use for this? And I don't know, I forgot. So I'm gonna break down everything, and then we'll get into some of the more detailed guitar-y nuances and stuff. So if you just want to jump straight into the guitar stuff, you could skip ahead. But I'm gonna break down this intro, which is STP Crackerman-ish. I know I didn't play it exactly like it, but you know, it was in the ballpark. And it was more about the sound than anything else. So, first of all, I'm using my R8 Les Paul, which is like, that's me, this guitar. Lawler Imperials, these are old ones. I think before they got into high wounds, low wound kind of stuff, they were just Lawler Imperials. So, I don't know. They sound amazing in this guitar though. But this guitar sounds amazing with every pickup I've put in it. Then we're going into the DeLeo rack. Basically. Let's take a look at what his rack looks like. It is a VHT power amp, a Demeter preamp, a Rocktron / RSP Technologies processor, IntelliFX or IntelliVerb, and a Schultz R&D or Rockman MIDI switcher. This stuff is all Michael Torn's. I did a video like 5-6 years ago about the Demeter preamp. I've always loved the STP sound, and really I've loved all of Demeter products. They're great. They make studio stuff, guitar, bass, all kinds of stuff, and it's all really great. So this was the Demeter preamp I have, which is a recreation from Demeter. They reissued.
Hey, it's Frank Butler, our 2010 NAMM show, 4th day. I'm here with James Demeter with his amps.
So when Dean's #1 favorite preamp came in for new capacitors, we took down and modeled it exactly, so we'd make exactly the same thing he had. So we have a limited production run. I think no more than 15 of these can be made.
You see, they didn't have the knobs because the knobs were actually really expensive. I could swap them out, but it's like another $400 or something just for the knobs. I might do that because I love the old school colored knobs. It reminds me of like an SSL console or something like that. But also that's the look of the Demeter preamp to me. Mine and this old original one, they sound almost exactly the same. Slight differences are in, there's a pull treble knob that makes it dark. It's much more usable on the old one. On the reissue that I have, it just makes it really dark and it's not really a usable thing. It's not a drastic change, but I don't know, it sounded cooler with it pulled out on the old guy here. On the reissue, the volume taper is much more usable and nicer. This one just takes off like a rocket really quickly. Here's the settings I'm using. I only used channel 2. Channel 2 and channel 3 are very similar sounding. Channel 3 just gets blitzed with gain if you want to go that way, but 2 is a great balance of huge mammoth gain, but still like has clarity and punch to it. From there, I'm going to the RSP IntelliVerb, which is on the Octopus patch. It's an 8-voice chorus. It sounds like that STP mega wide chorus. Now you can, this is the best unit ever, you could dial that back. It's so simple to use. So I turned the chorus effect significantly down, but I'll show you that in a minute. And then it's going into the VHT Classic. This is a beast of a power amp. Then, from there, I'm splitting to 2 separate 412 cabs. Let me go take you to the live room. Well, I'm running stereo, so I need 2 412 cabs. They're not exactly matching, but they both originally started as 1960 Marshall cabs, and they're running vintage 30s. So I'll mic up the vintage 30s in each of them with a single SM57, and we'll see what we get. An SM57 on each going into API preamps, and there it is. I'm just splitting hard right and hard left at the in the DAW. Now let's go inside the mix. For drums, I'm using Superior Drummer 3. I'm using this Alt Rock EasyX expansion pack, which is really good sounding. The loud and clear preset, it just had that sort of vibe. I turned down the ambience on the room. It was a little washy, and I turned up the kick drum. Other than that, that's just the sound. I didn't do anything to it. Bass was my Music Man 5-string. It was nice and punchy, and I have that doubled up with a little extra distortion. And for guitars, I've triple tracked the guitars with a little extra overdub. I never changed the preamp. It's the same sound essentially. So I did a mono, panned it hard left. Another mono track, panned it hard right. That just still wasn't beefy enough. Then I did the full stereo with the chorus. One more pass, that's just, you know, stereo wide, up the middle. Which is really on the sides. So I have 3 passes, and that's when it really came alive, and I thought, oh, well, that's that STP sound, really. Doing a little clean overdubs on a couple places just for fun. I'll show you those. And then to match the recording a little better, I added a little bit of EQ. So this Demeter preamp's really cool because it actually has stereo throughs, so it has a right and a left output. That's a really nice feature. A lot of guys with one output will go into a chorus first and then split out. So this you don't have to. It also has an effects loop in the preamp, even though, you know, putting an effect in between the preamp and the power amp is basically you're in the effects loop. But you get a little extra control. I just ran it straight through. But let me first show you the Demeter just directly into the Classic, what that sounds like. Boost. Channel 1, mega versatile from super clean to like nice plexi. We could go to one of the RSP plates. Great sound. There's a chorus with a ping pong. Oh, lost a pick. I always tell people if they're asking for like one rack piece, this is really great, especially when they're around 250 bucks. They're creeping up. So, you know, now I've seen them for like 7, but it's still a great, great unit. Let's go to channel 1, humbuckers, and a little room sound. Channel 1 is great. Channel 2 with the humbuckers, like we heard in the beginning. We go to channel 3, let me show you that. Now, let me show you this 8-voice chorus. Let's find it. Octopus. Here we go. It's like mega chorus. Alright, that's a lot, right? So we go over here to the mixer, chorus level. I'm gonna go down like 10. No chorus. You're still getting a little stereo-ness because there's 2 different cabs, I think, but with the chorus it's obvious. This patch is called Guitar Solo, but we'll use it for whatever. So how is the VHD Classic or Fryette Classic different than the 2150? Let's take a listen. Here's the 2150 now. Nope. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. Thanks to Torin for letting me steal his gear. Thanks to Steve Frayette for giving the VHT a once-over to make sure that was in good working order. And please check the links below. There's Kepler profiles and IRs and all kinds of cool stuff down there. So again, thank you for watching. See you later.